Good evening, everybody. This is Tanya at Hummingbird Paintery, and this is a collaboration with Jeannie, with Jeannie's palette, A Common Canvas, Colors of Fall. So I decided to draw a barn, and I'm going to make some trees behind that with a fence and just make it a really pretty scene for the fall. I am painting the barn red, but right now it looks too red. So what I do is add some water to it to tone it down, and also some cream color that I'm going to use to add to the slats so it tones down the red a whole lot. And you'll see what I'm talking about. See how I'm putting that in there? I'm kind of using a little bit of water to spread that down and kind of make it look muted. So even though you can't tell on this side so much, it does get a little bit better as I'm going along. I'm doing each section, which that's part of the bottom portion. You can see it just a little bit more. And I'm just keep going until I get to the end. But see how it mutes it down a good bit? And this is layered in about 3 sections. I'm doing the middle section now, as you see, and then that pointy area is the 3rd section of the barn. So I'm taking all of those and doing one section at a time with the cream color. And I go all the way up and down just those areas. And I do it also on this side. It is a little bit darker on this area than it is on the other, but it makes it more defined and everything as the barn. But it does mute it down a good bit by putting the cream color on there. I wasn't sure how I was going to do that. So I'm taking some black and some white, and I'm watering it down pretty good, but I end up taking a brush so I can kind of tone it down a little bit more to make the top of the barn, which is a metal roof. Now I'm taking black and going around the edge of the door, and also, of course, the edge of the house there at the roof line. Now I'm taking a makeup sponge that I got at the Dollar Tree, and I'm kind of blotching on some orangey tones along with a little bit of cream, some yellow, and some brown tones. All in here. I end up doing 2 different browns. I do nutmeg and I also do burnt umber. And then my orange is kind of an orange spice color that's from Craft Smart Paint. And then I do burnt umber in with the brown there, the nutmeg that are apple barrel. And I kind of go over the side as well. And I put a little bit of orange on the other side. Now I'm taking cream color, and I'm not going all the way in real deep, I should say. I don't know. I'm keeping some white mixed in with it as well. And now I'm doing some other little bushes that are there in the front, and I pull them over to the side. And now I'm taking the creamy color, and I'm leaving some of the white up there so it looks like a cloud. You know, kind of a cloudy day, not real blue or anything, because it just kind of looks that way during the fall. So now I'm taking some darker colors and I'm kind of pulling those in there. And I put a little bit under where I'm going to be doing the fence. Now I'm taking some burgundy and kind of going in where the door is. But I also take the white or the creamy color, and I'm going to pull those down as well so they look like they're made with stripes of wood. So now I'm taking the burnt umber and I'm making the bottom portions of the trees. And I stop that for a second so I can go ahead and make the fence that's kind of next to the barn. And then I take some of that burnt umber and I go up underneath the barn. And now I'm going to finish the branches, and I just kind of do it however I want to, just pulling it through there. Now at the end, although you don't see it, I do go back with some color and kind of put it right where the branches are so it looks more realistic. But I just kind of take it and pull it through there the way I feel like the trees are. And it turns out really pretty in the end. And you'll see a picture of it. Now I'm taking some brown at the bottom to give it some definition, but I go back and I take some off with one of the sponges. See how I'm darkening it up a little bit just to give it some dimension and definition. And I hope you enjoyed this today. I'm going back under it. And there it is. Thank you for joining us.